The 787. What a beautiful jetliner. Real efficient, made of some nice carbon fiber. What, like 1,500 orders? It's a really nice plane, and it sold well. Boeing made good money out of it. Now it's what, like, they released it 2009, but I think initial orders were like 2013 or something. It's been like a long time. So like when Boeing was designing the 777X, you think that uh, so our 787 has gotten 1,500 nice sweet orders, which gave us a few billions of dollars. We build our 777X with carbon composites, and also make it a cash cow, or we don't, and we don't make it a cash cow. And all the people are like, how about we don't? So that's not what really happened, right? So like the 777X does have composite wings and things, which in the end makes it about 15 to 17% more efficient than the last generation. I mean, their 777-9, which is the big one, is carries more passengers than the 747-400 in the three-class configuration, and it's so dang expensive. It's like the second most expensive plane on Earth. I mean, commercial, yeah. It's more expensive than the 747-8, which is the up till now the second, and just a bit less expensive than the A380, which is the most expensive. I mean, you understand that because it has 800 bloody passengers on there. But I mean, the 777X, like, just they could have just made a no. Just get to the seven. Yeah, there. Right, so 777X. Look at that. Just beautiful plane, right? Also beautiful. But I'll tell you what. Out of this, the wing is composite, and that little winglet is composite. This is just normal airplane aluminium. So why didn't they do that? I mean, why? Like, I could have reeked in more. They could have reeked in more money, don't you think? I mean, they did sign contracts with Emirates and things. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong. What, 7 customers included? One is an undisclosed customer, I think. Yeah. So what happens is, like, this is the 777X, and only that wing of there is composite. Nothing else is composite. They could have made it composite and then made it make it more efficient up front, but you have to consider this. The airline industry is not really considerate about fuel. They don't really care. They care about money. They do all these like fuel saving measures and things because of the international pressure. If they don't, they'll end. So they do that, right? And most of the time, this aligns with the fact that, like, if you do actually wanna, be if you most of the times when you are fuel efficient but using like low not using so much fuel, it does tend to be cheaper. So that's how things have been most of the time, right? Like when you use carbon fiber, in the end your fuel efficiency is better. So that quite aligns. But in this situation, it's a story. Okay, so the 777X is very expensive. As I said, $442 million, I think, maybe 420 mil. Right, so the second most expensive plane on Earth. Very expensive and not so efficient. I mean, they could have made carbon fiber, but what? Like, carbon fiber costs 10 times much as regular aluminium. But the thing is that, like, that would have skyrocketed the costs even higher than that. I like to call this, or maybe Kobe likes to call this, as we call the electric vehicle problem, the EVP. Right. So you could buy an electric vehicle. This my dad explained to me very properly, right? You could buy an electric vehicle like a Tesla or something, right? That costs what, like 50 grand up front, right? And you'd be saving on fuel for a long time. And or you could buy a cheap gas car and you'd be paying up fuel. But the thing is that it's so much more expensive that it kind of makes sense to go gas right now. I mean, only environmentalists and super rich people and people who are concerned with being safe buy Teslas. But for the general thing, it's a gas car because you can buy gas cars for like 10, like $7,000, and then you pay the efficiency cost, yes, but how many miles will you have to drive for it to make a profit? It might have to in the end drive all the way to the sun and back because of this. So that's not really good, is it? I mean, let's just take like the Toyota Camry for example, right? Because when there were productions like this, Toyota I struggle to Camry. Let's put in price, right? So the price of is no, I don't want it in. Is 637 million? What? I'm pretty sure you can find some cars for like. Let's look at a Honda Civic, right? Come on, please be cheap, please be cheap, please be cheap. Why is it so expensive? And why? I don't understand, but why? That's the price of my luxury car. And you know, let's just check again. Toyota Voxy price, please be burned. Okay, no price for that. But the point is that let's consider something like a Camry, $10,000. Like, no. Let's consider a $33,000 car. No, we can consider 10 grand, right? So $10,000 car. Let's add that to the budget, and we'll compare to a Tesla, which is 50 grand, right? So we have a $40,000 gap in between that, right? So we need to make sure that the $40,000 paid off, right? So let's look at the Tesla Model 3 price per km. Okay, so the price per km, electricity. Let's consider 10 cents, okay? 3.7 cents per mile, or that's $3.7. 3 and 4 cents per mile, okay? So let's consider miles since the US loves miles. Okay, so let's consider 3.5, okay? So we have 3.5 cents per mile. And let's consider a Honda Civic per mile fuel cost. So the per mile, what is the per mile? 41 cents. You can see it's way more expensive. I don't think this is the case over here, but let's just consider it anyways, okay? So that's 41 cents. So let's add that 3 cents, right? So we took 3.5, right? And then let's do 41 minus 3.5. So we're paying 37.5 cents more per kilometer, right? So then that has add up to 40,000 divided by what? 34? I think 34, right? So you're gonna be stuck driving 100,000 kilometers. I think that's right as far as 10. I can't explain the math, right? I'm not a mathematician, but you get the point. 777X, I mean, they could have done it one way, they could have done it another way. But in this situation, I think it would have been better because they'd have to pay for infrastructure. I think they could buy 2 787s, and it would be a bit better because it would be more than 777X, more flexibility. Yeah, I think that's a better choice by now. Just buy 2 787s and call it a day. Okay, until then, bye bye.